And welcome back to Who Will Win. Yes, I didn't do it Monday. That is because without sounding too graphic or detailed, I had a bad experience with some chicken buffalo cheese dip. And let's leave it at that. I'm feeling much better today though, so I'm just gonna do that Who Will Win, put it up today, and pre-record my videos for tomorrow because work and everything. So this one comes to us from Corey Jackson, who asked the question: Who will win in a fight? Raphael from the Ninja Turtles versus Elektra from the Marvel Universe. Now, initially, I'm like, I lean towards one or the other, because Raphael has dealt with individuals similar to Elektra, but Elektra's probably more skilled than the majority of individuals Raphael has actually faced. So I had to look into it. And here's what I find with Raphael. Raphael's pretty easy to figure out. He's more or less the physically strongest of the four turtle brothers. He's also the one that's got the most rage problems to him. He's the biggest, probably works out the most. He's also the most violent in battles. He's the most broken because it's due to the fact that one, he just enjoys a good fight, I think, more than the other three. Two, he's the most easily agile. He's the easiest you can poke at and poke the holes at and kind of manipulate in some regards. But because he's an animal, because he's technically an animal, he's not human, that's for certain. He also has primitive parts of his brain. So in some ways, he's not as easy to control as, say, if you were to manipulate him on some level in terms of, like, mental control. But you can easily just poke and prod the bear, and he's easy to just get it to rile up. But he's skilled ninjutsu. They're all ninjas for a reason. They're I wouldn't say they're masters, but they're experts in ninjutsu. To be they're not their master Splinter's level of skill, but they're highly skilled combatants, and Raphael's no exception. His weapons are his choice sai, which he uses with great effect for piercing and stabbing. Not very much for slashing, but still solid weapons all around. You combine that with immense ferocity and brutality towards the character, and you have a very dangerous combatant there. He's also has skill in being a turtle, where he can hide in his shell, things along those lines. Overall, though, he's a very skilled fighter and individual. But he's definitely not without his flaws. He's still mortal. Also, Death Bell pointed out a very nice fact when they pitted the Ninja Turtles against each other, is that the turtles, because they're turtles, their organs are smaller, so they have less vital spots to them. In terms of, like, you stab them in the gut. The guts, they're not arranged the same way. So you actually, I guess here, that could theoretically be a lethal wound to someone. Isn't necessarily a lethal wound to someone else. So there is that little fact, too. Elektra Nachos is an assassin. She is a master assassin. She's a worldwide known assassin. She was trained by the Hand, resurrected, and her resurrection actually gave her connection to a demon known as the Beast. Now, here's the thing I didn't know about. Besides all the status, she's master of ninjutsu, judo, a couple other styles of martial arts. She also carries sai as her main weapon, but she's skilled very much so in other forms of weaponry as well, and marksmanship. But few things to note, she's got something called an assassin's instinct, which is something that is a legitimate, like, morphology in the brain that pretty much she functions. All her more highly evolved brain functions still function correctly, or the same, but her, like, more primal stuff can take over when she's on the hunt. Essentially, as Nick Fury says, like, the intelligence of a lady, but the instincts of a cobra, basically. Things along those lines. Very deadly, kind of like assassin's form of thinking. But here's something I didn't know. She's not a mutant, but she was given powers by the Hand, through the demon thing, whatever. She has telepathic ability, which I found very interesting. Particularly, she has an ability that's like a mind-switching ability, where she can basically switch bodies with someone, and she uses it to basically keep track of individuals. Now when they switch, basically people are kind of just in her mind. They're kind of like in a vegetative state while she's possessing them. She also has apparently some limited forms of telekinesis. It's not clear how long she can maintain it, but she can maintain it for at least 2 days. It's also not known if she can possess other like animals and things along those lines. I don't know if she can do that. But if she can, in fact, you know what? Let me see if they have that, because there's a Reddit page that, like, there's a whole bunch of, like, literally lists, like, all the feats. Elektra Marvel feats. Not feeta, feats. There we go, feats. There we go. Feats. Alright, or Spectra. Is this the guy who does it? No, I don't need Comic Vine. Well, maybe Comic Vine will have it. Let's see. Because, yeah, if she can possess animals, I mean, it's not going to be a huge difference, but it'll still play a big factor in it. Okay, this is the guy. Alright, let's see here. Speed and agility. I need the mental, abilities of her. Psychic power. Okay, here she goes. Makes a man think he killed her. Force her and to release her. It doesn't say she can possess animals. However, she can like create mild illusions, things along those lines, including like making someone believe she's dead. I know that. Now, and she can also hide herself from other telepaths. Not that it would matter in this fight, but there's still that. Now, it's not known if there's a limit, if the person has to be weak-willed or things along those lines to possess them or take them over. So it's a little unclear in that regard. Still, she's an immensely capable fighter. So, what happens? Well, let's say that there's the foot, and now the hand is working with the foot. You got the foot and the hand coming together, and, Elektra's part of the hand, so she goes after the Ninja Turtles, and her Raphael, she's about to maybe, like, take out Mikey, but Raphael just, like, just charges her, bull rushes her, basically, boom, punches her, and then she gets away, and then, they're squaring off. It's like, I see we think the same way, lady. All right, let's dance, and then they go at it, and the fight commences. Now, she's going to have the edge in actual flexibility, and she can also control her nervous system to dull pain, slow bleeding, things along those lines. But durability-wise, Raphael's going to have a bit more of a durability edge because he's a turtle, so he's got thicker skin, muscles, shell, all that. But he's also larger, bulkier, and not as fast as she is. So she's going to be able to avoid a lot of his hits. He'll still, but he's got ninja training, so it's not like he can't block her. So, they're going to go blind parts. She's going to get a couple nicks in here or there on him, but nothing serious, I imagine. So, she's going to maybe try to instill, still maybe like some illusions on him, or start to instill some mental manipulation. Now, here's the thing. She can easily manipulate him like through just psychological tactics. I don't know, because he's not human. And because he's got rage, human, and ninjutsu training, I don't know if she can affect Raphael the same way she would affect someone else. I think if she can, it's on a minor scale. Like she might be able to make him see something that isn't there briefly, but she can't control his mind. I don't see that happening. I also don't see her switching bodies with him. Honestly, I don't see that happening. And she realizes, I think she would know that just because what she's dealing with isn't human. However, even doing like a minor tactic might give her a false sense of security briefly, which allows Raphael to take advantage of that. Get a nice little slice on her. It's like, but using her ability, she slows her bleeding down to a degree. So now her and Raphael's cut up. She's got a nice little, blade there. So, they're now pointing at each other. She goes in again. She tries to go for her head. He goes bonk, and this just, comes again, spins, nicks her a little bit. She pushes off a wall, kicks him in the back, and then he's getting pissed off. And she's noticing he's getting pissed off, and she's going to use that to her advantage. So she's going to start poking and prodding him a little bit, verbally jostling. He's going to get more and more pissed. He's going to maybe get a couple more, lucky hits in on her. And, lucky nicks. But she, again, slowing down her bleeding so she's not bleeding out. He's kind of bleeding a little bit. Not bleeding out, though, because the cuts just aren't serious enough. She, causes him to, just run at her. She kicks him, hits him against the wall, and then she comes and just stabs him straight in the chest. Like, yeah! Unfortunately, he's a big guy, and turtle organs are different, so while it hurts, and it could be a serious injury, as she tries to dig it deeper, he then grabs her arms. It's like, yeah, you're not going anywhere, and then kicks her, and basically just dislocates her arms as she kicks her, just keeps it there, just boom! Her arms are not dislocated, and even with pain dulled, if you've ever had a dislocated limb, that don't tickle. So even with her nerves dulled, it's like, she's in pain. She's maybe able to relocate one on her own. But Raphael comes in again. He's bleeding now. So he comes again. She barely dodges, but she slashes that arm that's like just wobbling there a bit. And then he kicks her again. She kicks him in the face. They go, boom. So now they're huffing and puffing here, just Raph's not doing well at the moment. He's bleeding quite a bit, but again, not serious mortal injury right off the bat, but you still bleed out. She, meanwhile, is finally able to relocate her other arm. Unfortunately, because it was dislocated, I think that nullifies the nerve manipulation a bit, so that pain immediately jolts into her, so she's like, ugh, and she dulls the pain pretty quick, but now she's got a couple gashes, and she's not doing well, so now they're just, she grabs her sides again, arm's still hurt, she's dulling the pain. Raph's also just, so they come in again, they charge, ting, 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 back and forth, back and forth. I think Raph then, being the assassin, being an actual trained assassin, as opposed to just a ninja. And remember, the Turtles have kills, especially in the original comics, but they're not, in the modern take, they're not so much killers anymore. She's a straight up killer. So to do what she needs to do to win, Raph she takes one in the gut, and she's like, but then she just puts her right in the skull and ends it. So why does Elektra win the majority fight? I think Elektra wins the majority fight, one, because Raph is easily manipulated, not just like, mental control or whatever, because it's debatable really whether that would work or not on him, given the particular circumstances and given her abilities. But he's easily prodded, easy to manipulate, easy to make angry, so it's easy to get him in spots that are compromising. While he's probably more durable than she is and probably harder to bring down just because of the way turtles are designed, he'd still be bleeding out from wounds, and he would be, between the two, if he got a shot that he thinks would be lethal on her, he'd be the one, between the two of them, if she got she thought was lethal, she would just, make sure he's dead, whereas he might gloat a little bit, and maybe a little bit, but he'd be the one more inclined to drop his guard. She'd also be the one to take a hit just so she could get the killing blow in compared to Raphael. So I have to go with Elektra, but it's not by much. And the reason it's not by much is Raph's just got the durability that he can probably outlast her long enough. He's not as not accurate, precise as she is, but he's more brutal. He's also physically stronger than her, and he's willing to, I could see her fully getting the shot in on the chest or upper chest, but him grabbing her arms and just boom, doing that, smashing her. Raph, smash that. Turtle sex, anyone? No thanks. So I see that happening as well. And again, Raph would certainly probably get a good couple hits in on her. And I think there's a good solid scenario chance where he could win. I just think Elektra winning is the more likely option here. I think I'm going to go about 60-40 in favor of Elektra. Yeah, I'd even go 65-35, actually. I go 65-35 in favor of Elektra. But I think there's a solid area where Raph wins. But hey, that's just my thoughts. What do you think? Do you think Raph can beat her more often than she does? Do you think that Raph stands even a worse chance against her than I initially played it out? Do you think I'm overselling Raph? Do you think I'm underplaying Elektra? Vice versa? Let me know. Put in the comments below. Let's have a fun little chat about it. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. As well as Star Wars, Super Hero Magic, What If, anything I do on this channel. Put those comments and suggestions in the comments below. I will get to those suggestions at some point. So I'm going to pre-record tomorrow's Who Would Win and the What If for tomorrow. A little late. Actually, probably after I'm done doing this video. I really don't know what I'm seeing this week. It's either a drift, action point, or upgrade. Of the three, upgrade's getting the least screens, but it's the one I'd probably want to see the most out of the three. Not a big fan of Johnny Knoxville, and I've been seeing that movie, a trailer for the movie Adrift enough. I'm like, okay, I'll see it. Just stop showing me the trailer. I get it. Apparently, in the real story, they died, so I don't, or at least one of them died. So I don't know if they both die in this one. We'll find out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you folks next time.